Are you confused about the benefits of smoothies? And worse yet, do you think your smoothies might be adding to your health concerns? So in this video, I'm going to show you 5 health benefits and also what to watch out for, because there is stuff to watch out for. So let's start with a little bit of housekeeping. So you'll notice at the bottom, I'm looking, and there should be a pinned comment that says for Monday Morning Inspiration, you can text the word INSPO to the number provided. And every Monday morning I send a, inspirational quote, something usually seasonal or if there's holidays, just to kind of set you up for a really good week, because I believe in quotes and it takes a lot to give yourself self-love, but an inspirational quote could start you off on the right foot at least. And then I also do recipes once a week on Fridays. I send you a recipe to your email. So if you would like to be a part of that and you want some of these seasonal, healthy, delicious recipes that I send every Friday, just comment recipes and I'll get that to you. All right, let's get started. So first, we're going to talk about benefit number 1 for smoothies. And benefit number 1 is that it will increase your consumption of fruits and vegetables. So if you're not a fruit or vegetable eater, or you don't get enough, which that would be me, I don't actually eat that much, believe it or not, you would think. As I'm getting older, I get full really fast. So I do not get to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, or at least as much as I should. So you're supposed to have about 1 to 3 cups of fruits and vegetables, or 1 to 3 cups of fruits and vegetables every single day. That 3 cups, that's a lot. So smoothies might be a way to add that to your diet. Plus you're going to also have it, with your other meals. And having all these fruits and vegetables, probably, as you know, it lowers your cholesterol, your blood pressure. It does even reduce some risk of some cancers, lowers your risk of diabetes, and it reduces cardiovascular disease and stroke. So there's a reason why we need to eat our fruits and vegetables. And I know that during these hard times and busy times that we just don't always have time to do that. So smoothies are a really great way to get those fruit and vegetables into your diet. So benefit number 2 is it will increase your fiber intake. And I'm not sure how much you know about fiber, but fiber is super important for your health. And it's not just taking Beneful or, one of those kinds of things. It's better to get natural fiber if you can. And what fiber will do is it basically cleans you out. So it helps the food move along, and it takes with it all the toxins in that. So having fiber, or enough fiber, not only helps you go to the bathroom, it helps you flush your system of all the toxins. It helps your digestive system. And again, fiber lowers risks of diabetes, colon cancer, other diseases. It's not good to keep this stuff in you. We need to, our bodies were made to intake and outtake. That's just how it was. And foods like raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, pears, apples, bananas, sunflower kernels, flaxseed, and almond butter are just a few examples of some really, really good sources of fiber that you can either eat as a whole food, or, like I do, put it in your smoothie if you're not able to get those things. So benefit number 3 is it can be a meal replacement. Now this one I'm going to caution. It's a meal replacement only when you use healthy ingredients. So I am going to caution against any of those packets, powders, going to the smoothie places, places like that. When you don't know what's in your smoothie, that's a problem. So I really, really want you to make your own smoothies. And it's very easy to do. And you can even pre-make some of it. So you're just throwing it in your blender or NutriBullet. And then you can quickly make yourself something, to go if you need to. It also is great if you are counting calories. So when you're counting calories, then you tend to not get enough of those fruits and vegetables. So smoothies are a great way to get them in there. And they're also good to help you avoid the fast food. When you're too busy to eat. Now that would be more me. I won't go for the fast food, but I just won't eat. Like today, I don't even remember if I ate. Oh no, I did. I made honey oatmeal pancakes. So I did. I had to try them, right? I had to. So I did. But normally on the weekend is actually when I eat less than during the week. So for me, smoothies are awesome. So I could take a smoothie with me and I could sip as I work, or if I'm jumping out of the house for, we all have errands and things to run and I didn't have time for breakfast, I'll make myself a smoothie. So I'm going to get my fruits and vegetables in there, and it's a meal replacement. I'll talk more about cautioning with meal replacements at the end though. Benefit number 4 is that smoothies can actually provide nutritional balance with fats, proteins, carbs, vitamins, and even minerals. So you can add all of these things to your smoothie that you might not normally add to a lunch or a dinner. The key to all of this is using your fruits and your vegetables as your base. So and especially if you use fruits like bananas, strawberries, blueberries, they tend to be sweet, especially the bananas. And they will sweeten up your smoothie very good. And then what you do when you have your fruits and vegetables as a base, then you enhance that base with your seeds, your nuts, your nut butters, and other proteins. You can do protein powder, you could do yogurt, you could do milk. There's tons and tons of protein that you can add to it, as well as the healthy fats, avocado. I guess that's a vegetable. Whoops. But it's a healthy fat as well. So, that I always like when I think avocado, I don't think, oh, I'm eating my veggies. I think, oh, I'm eating my good fat. So for me, it's like a brain thing. And you can add in like seeds, nuts, whole hemp seeds are really, really good. And they blend up chia seeds. These are all really, really good things. So you can use them definitely to add more nutrients to your diet than you normally do. Also, smoothies can help you with those food cravings. So for breakfast especially, if you have a smoothie as your breakfast, you will give yourself more energy. And if you put in that protein in it, like the yogurt or the milk or kefir, any of those kinds of things, then you're going to stay fuller longer. The more protein you have, proteins are slower to digest. So that's why you feel full after like your turkey dinner. And any kind of big meal that has protein in it, you probably won't feel hungry for a while because the protein digests really, really slow. So if you have a smoothie for breakfast, that is excellent as long as you have that protein in there. Also, if you're the over 40 crowd, protein helps build muscle mass, which we tend to lose as we get older. And especially if you're calorie restricting, if you're on an actual low calorie diet, you're going to need that protein because you're not probably getting enough of it. So adding it to your smoothie is a really great idea. Protein powder, milk, yogurt, almonds, nuts, nut butters, flaxseed, and tofu are all things you can actually add to your smoothie to give it more protein. So I wanted to talk a bit about what to watch out for because part of this presentation is to give you some caution because some people use smoothies to help lose weight. And that's okay as long as you're choosing lower sugar ingredients. You can add a little honey, a little maple syrup. You can add the bananas. But what I want you to watch out for is when you see smoothies that say certain sugars that don't sound like sugar, but it is sugar and it's natural. So you're like, yay, but they're not really that good for you and they're not good for your blood sugar or for your weight if you're losing it. Things like agave syrup, any fructoses, any oses, not going to be good for you. Other than Splenda and monk fruit, any of the other fake sugars, don't even bother. Use a banana, do something else, use honey. Do not use the fake sugars. That's going to do more harm to your body than the calories they may or may not be saving you. Flavored yogurts, get rid of them, you guys. Just dump them. Get yourself some plain regular yogurt or plain Greek yogurt, plain. And you can doll it up however you want. I actually made my lunch earlier today, and part of my lunch was a little bit of yogurt, some strawberries, hemp seeds, and I drizzled some maple syrup. And only because I'm running low on honey, otherwise I would have used honey. That is the best thing. When you get that vanilla yogurt or strawberry yogurt, all of those yogurts, I want you to check the sugar content. Like, just do it. Check the sugar content, because that content is way higher than you think it is. I forgot to share. Hold on, sorry. There we go. Whoops. That sugar content is high, and that's even for just if you're having yogurt in general, especially though if you're putting it in a smoothie. Like, just don't even buy it. You can make your own strawberry with fresh strawberries and a drizzle of honey. OMG. I never thought honey would be good in yogurt, and I tried it. I forgot when. Some years ago. And I was like, oh, this is better than I thought. You can put granola in it, but you just have to be careful that it's organic and not too high in sugar. But there's a ton of things you can do. Just please read those labels before you say, oh, yogurt, I'm grabbing it. Always flip it around and check for the sugar. You will be terribly surprised, I'm sorry to say. When you're using a nut milk, if you're someone like me who is lactose intolerant, I'm not going with the trends here, I'm just literally lactose intolerant. I can use lactate sometimes, but I also like to use coconut milk, almond milk. I don't do soy, or oat milk. Now, oat milk has a little bit higher sugar naturally than the other two nut milks, but make sure you're using unsweetened nut milk, not the vanilla. You can add vanilla, literal vanilla, like extract, into your smoothie if you really want to. You're trying to avoid the sugars, so buy unsweetened nut milks. And then if you're making a breakfast smoothie, make sure it's high in fiber and high in protein. We talked about that. It'll give you energy and it'll make you fuller longer. But if you're using a smoothie as a snack and not a meal replacement, that's kind of the opposite. You want lower sugar, lower calorie, definitely always lower sugar. But you can even do less protein and just do like more of that fruity kind, or fruity with adding like, the spinach and the kale and things like that. That'll be more snack, because, snacks shouldn't be as much calories if you're using it as a meal replacement for breakfast or lunch. That would be a different calorie, of course, than if you're just using it as a snack. Are there disadvantages of smoothies? I get this all the time, and I wonder it myself. So actually, there are. You really can't eat too many green leafy vegetables. Now, unless you're going on one of those green smoothie diets, I'm going to stop you right there. Don't do it. It's not good for you. You can actually build up some things in your body if you have too much. And I'm talking too much as in cups and cups, but people do it. They go to, they do green smoothie diets where they're just having smoothies instead of real food. It's not good. Like, it's just not. Think of it more, if you're replacing your lunch with it, that'll work, or your breakfast, that definitely will work. But do not replace like whole food with a smoothie. A smoothie should be something that you're drinking, like I said, low calorie snack, breakfast or lunch. You can do that, but not too much. Right here. Not too much of the green leafy vegetables. If you're having just one a day, perfectly fine. If you're doing it for all 3 meals, I'm just going to say don't. Okay, I'm being honest here. Just don't. That's not the way to go about it. I'm going to be putting out a course. I'm almost done. That is going to be mindfulness with food. So stay tuned. And that is one thing, not only just mindfulness with your health and this and that, but if you're mindful about your food, one of the side effects, losing weight. So hang tight for that one. Sometimes people add smoothies and they don't cut back on their food. So they're having a smoothie with their breakfast. Not a good idea. If you're having a smoothie, unless it's a small snack one, make sure that you're like cutting out the meal you're eating it with. Okay. Or if you're having a smoothie with your lunch, then make sure it's a low calorie lunch if you're including a smoothie, because that's not going to help you in any way. You might be getting some nutrients, but you're also, giving yourself more calories and more sugar that way. In general, whole fruit is best. Like, I do smoothies. I don't do it every day. I don't have time. Otherwise, I actually would. I'd have it for breakfast. But I do it on the weekend all the time. But if you had a choice, if you're sitting there going, do I eat an apple or a couple strawberries, or do I make a smoothie? Whole food is always going to be best. Some of the fiber and nutrients, when we blend it, it kind of gets rid of it. Or like an apple, if you're not eating the skin, there's a lot of fiber in the skin, things like that. Just cautioning you that while smoothies do help add nutrients to your diet, whole food is always best. So if you're thinking, do I make a snack smoothie or do I eat a bunch of strawberries and blueberries? Go with the whole food first. Okay. And unless you're like just feeling the vibe, right? You're feeling the smoothie vibe. So, smoothies in general, I'm going to give a plus. I'm going to give a plus for them as long as you follow these rules. So we gave some benefits, and there's quite a few benefits on smoothies, but I do really want to caution you on too many leafy green vegetables, buying smoothies from places that you don't know exactly what's in it. It is not hard to make a smoothie, you guys. Freeze a bunch of fruit or get some ice cubes and put that in, and that really makes it nice and thick, and it's just very tasty. And I use it usually as a breakfast or a brunch, like a weekend when I'm too busy to make lunch but I need to eat something. I'll throw together a smoothie, and then I can like sip on it as I am doing whatever I'm doing, or if I'm in the car, things like that. So I give smoothies an A+ as long as you follow like the smoothie rules. So this week, one of the reasons I do these on Sunday is because I'm kind of introducing the topic in our Facebook community called You Are Well. And this week I have 5 spectacular smoothie recipes, and we'll talk about the health of smoothies and the kinds of smoothies that I'm giving out those exact recipes. If you are not in the group, just comment group or get me in the group or something like that, and I most definitely will get you an invite to that group. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you found this valuable, if you thought that I gave some good tips and tricks, please share. Share with some friends. You can share it on your timeline if you'd like, but share. So just do not forget that I am here for you, and I'm here to help you help yourself with meditation, mindfulness, and this week, meals. So have a really good week, and I hope to talk to you all soon.